bunch of really exciting new watches just hit the market, including an absolutely stunning moon phase complication and a super affordable, perfect everyday Gata. We've got a lot to take a look at, so let's jump into it. Albishorn is one of the strangest and coolest watch brands out there, and probably one that most of you aren't too familiar with. Their whole thing is making vintage style watches that look like they could have been made decades ago, but never were, and they've absolutely nailed it so far. They've done a 1940 style chronograph that could have been made for the French military, a tough tool watch for climbers heading to Everest, and they've released a really interesting new watch. On paper, it looks like a skin diver. 39mm case, box sapphire crystal, no crown guards, coin edge bezel, bright lume, and a tropic style rubber strap. But that's where the normal stuff stops. Instead of a dive bezel, it has a friction fit bezel to track the tide over 24 hours, and inside is the brand's own caliber ALB01, an automatic chronograph that's tweaked with a retrograde 10-minute countdown timer for yacht races, plus a colorful running indicator at 3 instead of a seconds hand. The chronograph uses a single big red anodized aluminum pusher at 9 that's built into the case, and the crown sits at 10. The watch comes in 2 vibrant colorways. It's a bit bold, it's a bit strange, and that's what makes it awesome. It's definitely not your average dive watch. Each color is limited to 99 pieces, and it's priced at just under $5,000. The Timex Weekender has been a go-to affordable everyday watch for years. Loved for its simple field watch design and really amazing price. Now Timex is shaking things up with the new Weekender New England chronograph, the first Weekenders to feature a true elapsed timed chronograph function. It works just like a stopwatch, measuring time from a stop to start point. And it comes with a redesigned case that's slimmer and more angular. No more of that bulbous look and shiny polish. It's in place with the refined satin finish with beveled edges and a larger crown etched with "We" for the Weekender. The dial has also been tweaked with smaller, more spaced out subdials. It's a noticeable departure from the classic look and will probably split opinion, but plenty of familiar touches still remain, like the 40mm case, mineral crystal, and trusty quartz movement. It has 50 meters of water resistance and comes with 2 different straps, one in green and another in red, white, and blue. For $149, this new Weekender feels like a perfect next chapter for an iconic line for the brand. Grand Seiko's Tenograph is already a powerhouse with the most accurate mechanical chronograph in the market. But the new Mount Iwate Sunrise Edition takes things to another level. This is the 4th watch in the Evolution 9 chronograph series, following the dark blue SLG-001 and the icy blue SLGC-007, and it channels the first light and day hitting Mount Iwate with a copper salmon dial and 18-karat rose gold accents. The dial texture mirrors the mountain's rugged grooves, giving it incredible depth and detail. Rose gold plating runs across the applied markers, hands, date window, bezel edge, pushers, and crown, tying the whole theme together. Even the running seconds dial switches things up with a golden copper color, contrasting with the darker tones of the other chronograph subdials. Under the hood, the high beat 36,000 movement delivers a silky smooth sweep at 10 beats per second, timing to 1/5 of a second with an accuracy of +5 to -3 seconds per day and a 72-hour power reserve. Despite its technical firepower, the Tenograph still maintains the understated Grand Seiko look, but now with the splash of true luxury to match its performance. It is limited to just 300 pieces, and it's priced at $22,600. Tag Heuer has dropped a watch that's totally unexpected with the Carrera Astronomer. They took the clean Carrera date, ditched the date window, and added a moon phase complication instead. And the result is stunning. Most moon phases either pack a lot of details onto the dial that could be a little bit busy, or they're just going straight up minimalist, but Tag Heuer really found a perfect balance. Space age inspired design straight out of the late 60s. The dial has off-center concentric circles with a sunken minute track and Arabic numeral hour markers, printed on the mint green model and applied on the others. Instead of a tiny moon disk under a crescent window, you get a full lunar chart with a rotating 2-sided arrow that tracks the phases of the moon, complete with the labeled stages from new to full. The mint green version even has lume on the markers, hands, and moon phase details, which pop in daylight as much as at night. There are 3 versions in total: a steel and black model in regular production, plus 2 limited editions of 500 pieces each. One in 2-tone steel and rose gold, and another in mint green and gray on a leather strap. The Astronomer looks like a vintage watch NASA would have made way back in the day, but somehow it still feels really fresh. Priced at $4,800 on steel, $4,600 on leather, and $7,250 for the rose gold model. I think this is definitely one of the most exciting and interesting Tag Heuer watches we've seen in quite a while, and it is a bit pricey, but they do make really fantastic watches. 2025 is a big year for Audemars Piguet because the brand is turning 150, so it makes sense to put their royal oak at the center of this celebration. It's a bit hard to believe, but AP spent nearly a century without the royal oak before it debuted in 1972, and completely changed the game for integrated luxury sports watches. Since then, it's been the brand signature, so it makes sense that AP is marking the anniversary with some serious royal oak drops. Earlier this year, we got new colors, skeletonized models, and a groundbreaking perpetual calendar movement. Now, AP is back with something totally fresh. And yes, this watch is wildly expensive. I will definitely never be owning it, though I could dream one day, right? What makes this new release special is it is the first ever 38mm Royal Oak perpetual calendar models, powered by the brand new movement, the caliber 7136, which drops the 52-week counter for a cleaner dial and smaller, thinner case, just 9.4mm in thickness, and the watch comes with all the bells and whistles. Month, day, date, moon phase, and the same clever crown controls for setting everything without pushers. The movement even includes a 24-hour indicator with a red warning zone, so you don't accidentally adjust it at the wrong time. AP is offering two versions, an 18-karat pink gold model with a beige dial and a stainless steel model with a light blue dial. Both definitely look incredible, but that baby blue one is my big standout. On top of that, AP is also releasing two 150 anniversary limited editions, limited to 150 pieces each, featuring the vintage Audemars Piguet script on the dial and a 150th anniversary engraving on the back. These smaller, perfectly balanced Royal Oaks feel like instant classics, especially with that vintage logo and ultra-symmetrical dial. Now the price. The standard steel version is around $111,000 and that gold one is $150K. If there's one thing Timex does really well, it's taking inspiration from the greats and putting its own affordable spin on it. This year alone, they've taken cues from Rolex, Omega, Cartier, and Tag Heuer to make watches that look way more expensive than they cost. And now as we head into the end of 2025, Timex is at it again. They're dropping a new NASA Artemis collection and 4 watches that nod to a familiar design. The first 2 are simple field-style watches inspired by the Exhibition line, built for legibility and everyday use. Both have white dials with the Artemis and NASA worm logos, Arabic numerals, silicone straps, and come in either orange or blue. The other 2 are based on the Timex T80, but have a clear Casio vibe, especially the F91W and A168 thanks to their square digital look. Timex has been making square digital watches since the 80s, so it's not a straight-up copy. These 2 come in spacesuit orange and white, with NASA's classic blue logo on the black lens and Timex's signature indigo blacklight. All 4 watches are launching for $75, and they're a big part of the recent NASA launch. Well, that's it for the watches today. Definitely let me know which was your favorite, or if there was one that you just didn't like at all. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.